All right. So here we are at our affirmations training, and what we're going to be doing in this video is really helping the law of attraction along, and the things that you're working on, and helping you work on thinking about the things that you want to think about instead of what you don't want to think about, and the things that make you feel anxiety and out of balance. And we're also going to help you think about those things automatically so that you're not thinking about them. Not thinking that you're thinking about them, I should say. So that you're automatically thinking about them and automatically feeling good and manifesting things. So, the first thing you want to do here is open a Word document or get out a piece of paper, even. If you want to write on paper, it actually has an effect on the brain that could make this work a little better. But this is going to work as well, so go ahead and choose to do that. And if you want to do it, blue ink helps a little bit better too. It's an actual physical thing there. But go ahead and open a Word document or get out a pen and paper. For training, we're going to get out the Word document. Now, generally, I'll admit when I do affirmations, I generally write them on paper. With blue ink. Okay, so we're just going to write on the top here, affirmations. Now, when you're applying the law of attraction, as I said in the other video, a lot of times you're thinking about what you don't want. And what we're going to do here, for example, is write down some of the things that we're thinking about that we don't want, like about I don't have enough money. Or have a nice vehicle. Or how about I'm so stressed out? Okay, I have this trauma in my life. Put down some of the things that are bothering you. And let's say that you're applying the law of attraction and some of these things come up. I wish I could think about more money, but I just don't have enough money. Or my vehicle's breaking, I have a car repair. I'm stressed about this, I'm depressed about that. I have a trauma. These are probably the main things that people think about, and that these are blocks in their lives. Write some of these down. And then what we're going to do, and pause the video if you need to, and then what we're going to do is go through these one at a time, and then we're going to rewrite these in an affirmation state. So that we're not thinking about these. We're thinking about the opposite of them. Okay. So these are a lot of things that a lot of people think about that block the law of attraction. So let's start at the top here. And I don't have enough money. Let's go ahead and put under that a few different things that would feel better. Now this make you feel better. This is going to be a whole lot different for a little bit different for everybody, depending on how good they feel or what their money situation is, or maybe they're in a complete panic about money, or maybe they just don't could use a little bit more. So let's start with being in a complete panic about money and you're in a desperate situation. Just go down here and write, I'm thankful more money will come in. Or how about okay, or I'm thankful to know that more opportunities are coming my way. And this is going to make you feel a little bit better. And it's kind of taking the stress of how this is going to work out. Just know that it's going to come in, and if you're in extreme, stress about money, this is going to calm you down a little bit. Or maybe something like, things are hard, but I know they can get a little bit better, and then a little bit better. Now, if you want, if you're doing okay with money and you're just wanting more money, how about thankful to have substantial amounts of money, or maybe it's a physical amount that feels good to you. This is going to be different for everybody, and you can be general or you can be broad about this, or you can be very specific. But you're going to want to put down here what feels good to you. And if you're in distress, I would recommend putting something like this. It's going to make you feel a little bit better. To know that more money will come in, opportunities are going to come your way, and that things can work out. And when you're feeling a little bit better, hey, it feels real, I'm thankful to have substantial amounts of money, or it feels good to have more than enough money. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. I feel so good about money, it's just unbelievable. And you could go that route. All right, but eventually, depending on what level you're in, you're going to want to go from somewhere from here to here. And that's going to be different for everybody depending on how they feel and where they're at in life. All right, so kind of fill that out and work that out. Kind of use a Jedi within you. Everybody has a Jedi in them. So kind of listen to your Jedi when you're going with this, and what feels good to you. Okay, so let's move on to the next one and fill these out as you go along. I don't have a nice vehicle. You can go anywhere from thankful to have such a reliable vehicle, my dream car. Or you can get specific and put Thankful to be driving the new Mercedes or Ferrari or Lamborghini or whatever it is you want. Or maybe you want a reliable vehicle. Mine was I'm so thankful Honda Civic. That's what I manifested. Really cool story, actually. And I'll probably tell it later, I guess. But it was a really cool story how I manifested this vehicle. But for time's sake, I'll probably tell that later. So maybe put it on the social media or something. But it was a really cool story, and I did manifest a beautiful black Honda Civic, and it's the best car that I've ever had, and I'm very, very thankful to have it. Extremely, extremely thankful to have it. Actually, I did get my dream car, so that was pretty cool. Okay, so you can be very broad or specific, and kind of move yourself up through the scale when you're doing these affirmations, and also fill them out about what feels good to you, and feel good and get excited, and work on getting yourself in alignment. I'm so stressed out. Well, this. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling better and more relaxed every day. Okay. And you can write some of these out as well. And these are going to get really easy and it'll get automatic. And the more you do these and write these down, you'll start to realize that I don't even need to write these down anymore. I can just erase them and just write what I do want. And that's going to automatically change your thinking and put you into what you do want state. And the more you do this practice, the more it's going to become automatic. So let's move on to another one. I'm depressed. Other than my depression, and that's going to help kind of move you through that. And quite frankly, your dream and what it is you love to do is one of the ways out of depression. You know, how about that being said, I feel motivated. Right? I feel motivated and better about my life because I have a dream now and I was just so lost. And I have something to work on and I don't have to think about the rest of the world. About okay. And that's a lot better than depression. It feels so good to be focused on my dream. Ooh, I was so depressed. That was scary. I can't believe I was so lost. You know, and maybe move up the scale. Depression's a tough one. You might have to play with this one a little bit. You know, but write write affirmations to help get you through this and to move above that and to get you feeling better. Wish I could meet the right person and I'm lonely. kind of goes down hand in hand. Let's say you want a romantic relationship and you're lonely about friends. It'd probably feel better to write I'm thankful or okay. You can write a lot of things to turn your thoughts around. How about for dating? It's a little cheesy, but maybe don't write this one off either. Because when you're applying the law of attraction, this works. And you can pull people into you. About the people I want to date. You know, there's a lot of things you could put down here. This you could probably play with a little bit, depending on whether you want to date a male or a female or whatever it is you want to do there. Okay, I'm thankful to meet so many beautiful women, and there, or maybe I'm just thankful to meet the right girl or the right guy. You know, something to that effect. Or maybe it feels so good to feel so confident and be able to talk to people I want to talk to and interact with people. Okay, so play around with that. There's a good one. I have this trauma in my life. You know, that could be a past experience. That could be something that's happening right now in the present moment that you need to get over or something. I would say the first thing I would put is even maybe just yeah. And maybe get yourself calmed down and feeling a little bit better. Or how about this? Right? These are pretty good ones. You want to get feeling a little bit better if you're in a present situation. Just feel a little bit better and calm yourselves down. And maybe it's a past trauma. And you're grateful to be moving along with it and feeling better about your future and your dreams than the past. Okay? So there's a lot of things that you can do there, and take take your time with these, and look at these for a minute, and say, these things have been horrible. What do I want to think about now? I haven't felt so comfortable. Let's think about the opposite of that. Right? And you have these things now that you can read and think instead. And this is kind of a very deep psychology, because now you've identified with what you don't want, and you're writing about what you do want. And pretty soon you're going to start thinking about what you do want so much, this better life of yours, and all the things you do want, that all this stuff, it'll just disappear. You won't need to write it anymore. And you're just going to get out your paper and think about what you do want. And things are going to be, then you'll be in a state of what's called unconscious competence, where you're not thinking about what you don't want. You're just thinking about what you do want. And that's what you're manifesting. Okay? So this is a very powerful technique, and make sure to do this. Write down what you don't want, the things that are bothering you. You're going to have to look at them, and since they're bothering you, you may as well write them down. And then write the opposition to those. Right? And when you're used to writing the opposition and thinking about what you do want, you can just get rid of them. And they won't be there anymore. And that's a good way to clear them out. Now, what I want you to keep in mind with these affirmations is to, when you're meditating and when you're doing thought-filled therapy and the healing codes and energy healings, I want you to think about these things. Okay? And, specifically when thought-filled therapy, if these other things that we've erased, see if we can bring them back. If these other things that we've erased start resurfacing, do a thought-filled therapy on these. Okay? Focus on that and clear that out with the thought-filled therapy. Alright? And then it'll start to disappear again. Clear that out with a thought-filled therapy or a healing code. And meditate. When you meditate, focus on these. Quieting your mind and focusing on all this, what you do want, instead of what you don't want. And do you a thought-filled therapy on these. A healing code. Get rid of these. Right? You don't want these. Write them down and identify and think about what you do want. And when they surface, tap them out. Do a healing code. Get rid of them. And pretty soon you'll get used to these. And you'll be thinking about what you do want instead of what you don't want. And that's going to help you a lot with your law of attraction. And manifesting the things you desire. And letting go of the things that you don't. And pretty soon, this is going to put you in a state of unconscious competence where you're automatically thinking about these things. And these things won't even exist. The things you don't want, they won't even exist. Okay? So go ahead and do that. We're going to end this video. There's one more thing I'm going to mention, though, before we end it. And that's a technique called dream building. And, that's where you take pictures of things and kind of put them on your walls. You can build a whiteboard of things and stuff and put pictures and the things that you want to manifest in your life so you can look at them. And that's going to automatically help attract them into your life as well. So you can put pictures up after you do this technique if you feel like it. Go out and look at the things you want. Go look at the car. Go look at the house. And feel better as if you have it. And, look at things. Look at things you want to manifest and get your imagination moving. and that's going to help with this as well. It's going to help you feel better. Okay, so go ahead and get that going. Write down some of the things you don't want, and then write the opposition to them, and start thinking about these instead. And if these start surfacing, do a thought-filled therapy, and pretty soon you're just automatically crumple up this old paper, and you'll just write these new ones instead. And you're going to feel a whole lot better. And feeling good is how to apply the law of attraction. Okay, so that's a very powerful technique to clear out traumas and to think about what you do want instead of what you don't want, and that's really going to help amplify the law of attraction. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end this video now. Go ahead and get your affirmations set up, and we're going to move on to the next video, which I think you're really going to like. So go ahead and get this done and move on to the next video.